Do you ever walk through a marina and feel like you're in a ghost town of floating dreams? Dozens of boats, clean, cared for, sitting untouched. It's not just project boats or old beaters. These are solid vessels, well-maintained, ready to go, and yet no one's calling and no one's buying. The U.S. boat market right now, it's broken. Not slowing down, not cooling off, broken. Today we're diving into why boat sales are tanking in America, the numbers, the psychology, the regions getting hit hardest, and what it means for you if you're trying to sell or thinking about buying. Let's get into it. To understand what's happening now, you've got to rewind a few years. In 2020 and 2021, during the heart of the pandemic, boat sales in the U.S. went off the charts. People were locked down, stir crazy, and suddenly craving freedom, solitude, nature, and both checked all the boxes. Sales surged, inventory dried up, brokers were getting full price offers in days, heck, even for sale by owner deals were flying off the docks. But just like toilet paper and hand sanitizer, the wave didn't last. Fast forward to 2023 through 2025, and here's what the numbers say. Powerboat sales are down almost 9% from 2023 to 2024. Sailboats down over 13% in some markets. New boats are sitting on dealer lots for over 240 days before they sell. That's double the time it took just a couple years ago. Even used boats are taking 5 to 6 months to move, and yet prices are still high. You're probably thinking, how can prices still be up if nobody's buying? Great question. Let's break that down next. We are swimming in boats. In 2022, manufacturers caught up from the COVID delays and started shipping again, hard. In 2023, dealers were sitting on piles of inventory, and as demand cooled, they didn't slow down production fast enough. Now in 2025, dealers are overstocked by about 60%. There are simply more boats than serious buyers, which creates two problems. Buyers are overwhelmed and cautious. Sellers are stuck. We've officially moved from a seller's market to a full-on buyer's market, and the buyers are playing it smart. So what happened to the buyers? They were here in 2020 and 2021 throwing money at every center console, trawler, and catamaran they could find. Now they're ghosts. Let's talk about why. First, interest rates. Financing a boat used to feel painless. 2 to 3% APR, low payments, easy approvals. Today, boat loan rates are 6 to 8% and the banks are way more strict about who gets approved. That $100,000 weekend boat now costs closer to $160,000 once you factor in interest, insurance, and depreciation. Inflation and cost of ownership. Slip fees are up, insurance premiums are way up, maintenance, don't even get me started. Boat owners are now spending $5,000 to $8,000 a year just to keep their boats running, and that's before fuel or upgrades. In places like Florida or California, insurance alone can top $4,000 a year if you can even get coverage. Buyer psychology has shifted. Today's buyers aren't feeling urgency. They know the market is soft and they're waiting for desperate sellers. They're scanning listings, watching the days on market tick up and thinking, let's wait until that guy drops the price. They're not in a hurry. They have the leverage and they know it. Not all markets are created equal. Let's look at where things are cooling the fastest. Florida is still the biggest boat market in the country, over $6.4 billion in boat sales in 2023. But even here, things are slowing. Inventory is high, buyers are pickier, and hurricane risk has made insurance almost impossible for older boats. In the Great Lakes, there was a huge boom during the pandemic. Everyone and their cousin bought a lake boat. Now, sales are down 3 to 4%, and marinas are stacked with boats for sale. Many of those 2020 buyers, they're now sellers, and they're learning what depreciation really means. On to the West Coast. California powerboat sales dropped nearly 4% in 2023. High cost, regulation, and drought-related marina closures have made ownership tougher. In the Pacific Northwest, liveaboard culture is strong, but buyer interest has shifted to smaller trailerable boats, which are easier to store and insure. In the Gulf and the Southeast, places like Texas and Carolina are still active but not immune. North Carolina was up slightly in 2023, but Texas and Alabama saw slight declines. The bottom line, nobody's escaping this market correction. Used to be you could skip the broker and sell your boat yourself. Put a few photos on Facebook, maybe Boat Trader, meet a guy at the dock, and boom, deal done. Not anymore. Here's why for sale by owner is struggling. Your listing gets buried in a sea of boats. Most for sale by owner listings have bad photos, vague descriptions, and no survey info. Buyers assume no broker means problem boat. And then there's the negotiation part. Buyers today are cutthroat. They come in low. They nitpick over every scratch. And without a broker to keep things on track, deals fall apart fast. So even if you save 8 to 10% in commission, you're often losing months of time and thousands in carrying costs. I personally listed my boat for sale last summer for a variety of reasons. I really wanted the downside was the main one. I listed it for what I paid for it a couple years earlier. After a few months, I didn't get even a single contact. I could drop the price and move it. I had other options and decided to keep the boat, change marinas, and go forward with more upgrade projects on the boat. You think with all this going on, boat prices would have tanked by now. They haven't, not fully, at least not yet. Why? Two reasons. Sellers are anchored to pandemic era values. They remember what they paid or what their buddies got in 2021, and they're waiting for lightning to strike twice. They still think their boat is worth what they paid for it, which is not at all true. It's worth what a buyer is willing to pay for it. Late model used boats are still in short supply. Many buyers want 2 to 5 year old boats, but those are still relatively scarce. People held onto their boats longer during COVID and fewer trades occurred. So what you get is this weird middle ground. New boats, dealers are discounting. Older boats, prices are falling slowly. Late model used boats are still expensive. It's not a crash, it's a slow motion reset. Let's not sugarcoat it. For sellers, this market is brutal. You're holding onto a boat that won't move, paying $2,000 a month to keep it tied to a dock, watching the undone maintenance accumulate and the inquiries dry up. You tell yourself it's just a phase, that the right buyer will come, but after 6 months or 12 months, you start to feel it. The boat becomes a burden financially and emotionally. You're not using it, you're not enjoying it. You still have to go take care of it though, and it's quietly draining your bank account. So what can you do? Here's the $1,000,000 question. If you're a seller, you've got 3 options. Sell it, but be realistic. Price it competitively. Invest in good photos. Have a clean survey ready. Don't anchor yourself to yesterday's price. A quick sale now might mean you save tens of thousands of dollars later. Keep it, use it, and love it. If the market sucks and you still love the boat, use it. This is what I decided to do. I moved it to a marina where I could single-hand it easier, and I'm enjoying a lot more because of it. Enjoy your boat and stop worrying about depreciation, because one thing's for sure, a boat that gets used stays healthier than one that just sits. Cut your losses. If it's old and needs work or just isn't selling, scrap it. Salvage what you can, sell off the gear, free yourself up. Sometimes this is the only option for older boats that are in less than good condition. It's better than abandoning it at a marina or worse, in an anchorage somewhere in the water. It's not failure, it's freedom. The U.S. boat market isn't broken because people stopped loving boats. It's broken because the economics have changed. The costs have gone up, the financing got harder, and the post-pandemic buzz has worn off. What used to be a dream is now a decision. If you're buying, be cautious, but be ready. There are deals out there. Don't be afraid to throw out low offers for what you think the boat is really worth. If you're selling, get honest with yourself. What's the boat really worth? How long are you willing to wait? And how much are you willing to lose by doing nothing? Because in this market, doing nothing can be the most expensive choice of all. That's it for now. I hope it gave you something to chew on. If you're seeing the same thing at your marina, boat sitting, buyers ghosting, sellers swearing, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment. Tell me what's happening in your region. Are you selling, buying, or holding on? Do me a favor. Like, subscribe, and share it with someone. Until next time, I'll see you on the water.